Welcome into the CHGO Blackhawks podcast. I'm Jay Zawaski with Greg Boysen and Mario Tirabassi. We've got the Hawks and Jets coming up at 7 p.m. How's it going, fellas? How was your commute?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Bumper cars
even
out there.
before the snowstorm hits here, people don't know how to drive.
Well, that's true. That's a given.
Pre-snow panic caused
Richard Panic.
accidents on
Please call him Dick. His birthday.
every road to the West Loop. Apparently, there was no getting around it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I was in the car for almost 2 hours.
Oof.
Rough.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I made it in time, and I remembered who they're playing tonight, so we're good to go.
We're halfway home. Yeah. And I remembered that we're powered by ComEd. It's getting easier for your business to switch to electric vehicles. Learn more at comed.com/clean. I didn't do it off the bat because, behind the curtain production this is all through a Google Drive, all of our ad reads, and it's signed me out. Why? No one knows.
You don't use it enough.
I've been logged in for about 5 months, and it just randomly signed me out right before the show started.
It only does that when you need it quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. As I went to the drive, I said, I guarantee you I'm signed out right now because I need to access it quickly.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Or like when you really have a lot of work to do, that's when it says, hey, we're just going to update your computer for the next 25 minutes, and you can't stop it.
Update time. Yeah.
See you in 4 hours. Anyway, the Winnipeg Jets, if you haven't been paying attention,
good at hockey,
are a freaking wagon, as the kids say. They are leading the NHL, just as everyone predicted before the year began. They are 27-9-4. They've got a plus 43 goal differential, and they are 9-0-1 in their last 10. Greg, are you ready to lay out your prediction for tonight's action?
Hawks win, my friends.
Well, hockey's stupid.
It is. It's the stupidest of all the sports.
Absolutely happen that the Hawks go into Winnipeg and get a win. I'm not going to put any of my hard-earned money on.
No, I'm not betting on it either.
The decently earned money on there, but I don't know. Stranger things have happened. But I wonder, going into a game like this, as the Hawks are so, shorthanded as they are, I wondered, what Luke Richardson could say. It's because they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they know that they're up against it, but it's been that way for the last few games anyway.
Whatever he said against Calgary and before Edmonton, say it again.
Yeah,
I guess so. Both very good efforts.
Well, it seems like
that again.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be the same lineup, so why don't we hear from Luke Richardson? This is after this morning's morning skate, and we will reveal the full lines on the other side.
No, same lineup as last game, and Peter will be starting in net. So, we were happy with what we saw last game. Just couldn't get that second goal, so we're going to try and push that ahead forward.
Apologies that this question is a little redundant, but what have you seen out of Cole Gutman since he was recalled in late November?
Yeah, I think, he's had some inconsistencies in his game early on. I think he's just trying to prove more, so he's forcing the issue a little bit offensively, which kind of costs defensively. But lately, I think he's really taken what we've shown him and talked about and put it into his game plan and become that reliable guy that we've had last year and at training camp. So I think what it is when he has a chance to shoot the puck, he's going to take it right now. I think he's a good representative of that. What we're trying to get forwards to shoot that puck more on the fly and then get to the net for rebounds and not making the risky extra pass in the offensive zone, which teams at this time of the year in January, they start hunkering down on defense. And they're going to take away the middle. So if it's not there right away when you come in the zone, don't look for an extra pass, shoot the puck. So I think Cole's kind of representing that for us as a team.
I know it hasn't been that long since you last played Winnipeg. As good as they are 5-on-5, their special teams rankings are not that extraordinary. Does that place any extra emphasis on you for either penalty kill or power play tonight?
I think both. I think we still have to be alert. They have some really powerful guys out there, both penalty killing with a guy like Lowry winning faceoffs and blocking shots, and a big guy out there with a long reach, but also on the power play. They're a dangerous group, and we have to be. They're going to explode at some point, and we don't want it to be tonight. So we got to be ready for them at all times.
What did you think of Kevin Korchinski's performance against Edmonton? Did you see any steps in terms of his consistency?
Absolutely. I thought, especially the first 2 periods, I thought he was excellent. And, he, all the way through the game, he was really good. He had a really good defensive play on Draisaitl, which is one of the hardest players in the world to defend. Just using his quickness, good stick abilities. I thought he skated well. And, a little bit harder in front of our net in the corners, which is what he's got to have to add to his game so he can get that puck and get it going on the offense, which is his part of his game. So I think he's expanding his game to become a little bit harder defensively, just so he can use his skating ability, like I said, offensively.
I know one of your assistants, Derek Plant, has ties to the University of Minnesota Duluth, and Joey Anderson is a former Bulldog, and the Winnipeg Jets have got a lot of former Bulldogs in their locker room as well. Has that ever come up from Coach Plant that this is kind of a Bulldog alumni game here between the Jets and the Blackhawks?
No, we give it to him. We said no selfies and warm up with those guys on the other team. And, I think everybody is always proud of where they've come from and their past teams. But, it's all business tonight for us, and we want our Bulldogs to come out victorious tonight.
Luke, when I talk to coaches that come through here to play the Jets, they all talk about systems and the discipline that the Jets play within those systems. Your team's played this team well this season. What have you seen in them? What do you attribute that success they've had to?
I'm not sure. We know that Rick Bowness is a really, really good coach, and he gets the most out of his players, and everybody loves playing for him. So that's really why I think they're so good at their systems, and they stick to them because they trust their leader. But for us, I think we're a similar team. We have to, especially right now when we're down bodies, we have to stick to our system, and that's what's been working for us lately. Our work ethic has risen, and our physicality level has risen. And just playing simple, straight-ahead hockey. And I think you have to do that against the Winnipeg Jets, because if you turn pucks over, they do play their systems well, which keeps their goals against down. But when you play sloppy and turn pucks over, they have the ability to turn pucks up and make you pay. So we got to make sure we're really aware of that puck management tonight.
This is obviously a division matchup, but do guys get up for games when you're playing the top team in the league?
I think so. And, we play them a little bit more, and, close proximity. This is a great hockey market. It's great to be here with the cold weather and the snow. We haven't had much of that in Chicago this year, so it makes you feel like it's hockey season, and we're hopefully ready to go from the start tonight. We've had good starts lately, and we got to make sure we do tonight, because this team is a dangerous team and they're on a roll, so we got to make sure we really play them as tight as we did last time at home.
That is Luke Richardson, and he mentioned the Jets structure and how strong they are defensively. They lead the league in goals allowed, in fewest goals allowed, obviously. In 40 games, they've allowed 94 goals. The only other team under 100 is the LA Kings, also 94. They've played 3 fewer games than the Jets.
Jeez.
Like, this is a team that, even if you penetrate their forwards and their defense, you've got a counter Hellebuck to deal with.
Yeah.
This is and I think what's funny about this team is, I was thinking about them yesterday on the way home because I'm a nerd, and it's kind of like how people thought about the Capitals, where they had all the star power, but they just always fell short. Mm-hmm. And the Jets were this team, when you looked at them on paper, year after year, you're like, well, the Jets are going to be there. They're going to be there. Look at all these great players they have.
Yeah.
And I think after last year, Rick Bowness says, I can't win with these jabronis.
Second coach in 2 years to say that.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the problem is here. There's a culture issue. So coming into this year, people said, roster be damned. The Jets are the Jets and are going to suck. Finally, the Winnipeg Jets are playing like what we all thought they were going to be for the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah. This is what happens when you have a elite level goaltender that actually now has a team playing well around him, and a defense that you can actually believe in for the first time in a while. Because for a while, the Jets defense was just like, I don't know, just kind of a bunch of guys and Dustin Byfuglien for a while. And then, you had Trouba for a while as their like top guy. And then now Josh Morrissey is stepped up, become a top line guy. But, they're all starting to play better in their defensive structure. And so that makes it easier for a guy like Connor Hellebuck to not have to bail out the Jets, but actually be like, elite level at, what he's been for many years, but now he's not doing it just to bail them out. He's doing it to lift them up even higher.
Yeah, I think Rick Bowness should probably, minus an epic collapse here over the second half of the season, should probably make room in his trophy case for the Jack Adams.
Yeah,
because
good point.
nobody thought this team was going to be. Many people didn't even pick them to be a playoff team, let alone leading the NHL in points on January 11th. Nobody would have seen that coming.
Yeah.
Blake Wheeler, former captain, stripped of captaincy, then pretty much said, "Get the hell out."
Please leave.
Bye.
Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Bye. Go play 7 minutes in LA.
Is he
PLD, more like PUD.
Is he?
Ah,
I was gonna say, is he
yeah.
confirmed Pudwack now, or just still rumored?
I
mean, he's forced his hand to get traded twice, and he's not even. He's 25.
Is he a
and it's
Pudwack, or
demanded
is he
2 trades.
just,
Then he gets paid and stops
doesn't
playing
care?
at a high
I don't
level.
know. It's weird. Yeah.
I just think he thinks he's a lot better than he is.
Yeah.
Well, lots of people think he's a lot better. The Kings thought he was a lot better because the
They're
Kings
going to be paying him for 8 years.
they gave up a lot, and those new guys
Are helping the Jets.
Are doing great for
Yeah.
the Jets, and
Flaherty and Iafallo.
yeah. So, and I believe we're not going to have to worry about Connor Hellebuck tonight. I believe Laurent Poisson is your starter.
The perennial backup.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's one of the he's always seems like that guy that's just like, oh, he puts up good numbers, but he's just never been a starter. Like Vegas, Winnipeg.
Edmonton,
He was in
too, for a
Edmonton
while.
for
Yeah, he's
a
just
while.
one of those
He's just
dependable.
like, he's just a backup.
He's a Mike Runlinger of goalkeepers.
Welcome to your future, Arvid Soderblom. Maybe.
Yeah. But back to
I think he would take that future at
back
this
to
point.
I'd
PUD.
take that future.
Anytime you have a large center, he is going to get more looks and more time to realize that potential than any, because it is so attractive to GMs.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He can score, get dirty pucks in goal. It's like, yeah, but he's a penis. I just don't know if you want to, and I don't know. I truly don't know that about Dubois, but it's just.
Teams can't
He's
wait
talked
to trade him away.
Well, and he's talked himself out of 2 markets.
Yeah.
Well, clearly the problem's not me. It's these 2 markets that must be the problem.
Right.
I don't know. Look, he is a big guy that can score, but he just has not been anywhere near the player that he seems to believe he is.
And despite his shortcomings this season, the Kings are still a pretty darn good hockey team. So imagine if he actually starts
Playing well.
playing like an $8 million player.
I have to
Imagine.
whiteboard PUD for Philip. PUD spells Pud, Philip.
Yes, Pud.
Pud as in
Pud.
Pud
As in
whack.
As in
Pudwack.
Pudwack.
We use that
As
word every once in a
Pudwackery.
while around
Yes.
here.
Pud Wackington from Pudwackistan. All right, let's take a look at the lines for this evening's game. They're going to look familiar because they're the same as the last game.
Hey.
Your top line, left to right, Rem Pitlick, Philip Kurashev, and Taylor Radish. That's an NHL first line if I've ever seen one.
Sure is.
Second line is Colin Blackwell, Jason Dickinson, and Joey Anderson.
Whoa.
Lucas Reichel, Mackenzie Entwistle, and Cole Gutman. And your fourth line is Boris Kachuk, Zach Sanford, and Ryan Donato.
I like that fourth line. That fourth line was playing well against Edmonton.
They're gritty. They're going to go out there and make life difficult for you, which is what you want your fourth line to do.
They're going to take a piece out of you before you get back to the
It's
bench.
just a shame that the Hawks have 4 fourth lines.
It is. It truly is.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. And your defensive pairs, left to right, Jared Tenorti, Connor Murphy, Alex Vlasic, Jacob Megna. Didn't have to pause on Jacob that time.
Nice.
Kevin Korchinski, Nikita Zaitsev, and Petr Mrazek in goal. So this is a true David and Goliath matchup. But like we've said, hockey's weird. Hockey's dumb.
Jets versus the puddle jumpers.
Yeah, it could happen. It could
That's what
happen.
it'll feel like.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what's exciting?
What?
We have ad reads for the pregame.
Hey,
show.
how about that?
Cha-ching.
That's fun.
Including one from our good pals over at the CIRCA Sportsbook that we love so much because of their tight money line splits and low hold model.
Sure do.
Games will strive to be a minus 110 split on the CIRCA Sports menu, unlike those other far inferior sports books, which may use minus 115 or 120. What does that mean? It means more money in your pocket when you win your bets. And you can win all you want and not have any type of limit. CIRCA Sports does not limit players based on their winnings. Every player has the same limits, unlike other books who will limit players who win too much money. Never a problem on any of my apps. We encourage bettors to download and explore all the betting apps available, compare the lines from each sportsbook, and you will jump back to CIRCA Sportsbook. And what puts them over the top is their amazing customer service. There are real people behind the CIRCA Sports brand who resolve issues in a timely fashion, unlike the other books who use the chat box. Boo. Those are like the blockheads from the old Gumby cartoons. All aspects of the app are
Yeah, I watched Gumby.
Right, nice.
I saw Gumby.
Steven?
Yeah.
Gumby?
Yeah, I actually know what Gumby is. Yeah.
All
Nice,
right.
all right.
See, Gumby.
We're not as old as we thought.
No, Gumby just transcends generations.
My great aunt, we would watch Gumby at her house, and they had an old Atari. So I've done both of those things.
Wow, your aunt is like me. All aspects of the app are being run by the same team that runs the main CIRCA Sportsbook at the lovely CIRCA Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. So download the CIRCA Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Also be on the lookout for CIRCA events, watch parties, and tailgates. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, text GAMB to 833-234, or visit areyoureallywinning.com.
And if you're winning a lot of money on your bets through CIRCA, you can use some of those winnings to buy your tickets to your next big event through Game Time. You shouldn't have to worry about buying tickets to that big event, and that's where Game Time steps in with a fast and easy way to get tickets to all the sports, music, comedy, and theater shows near you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets, and we had a question on Twitter recently that was saying, hey, how's attendance been at some of the Blackhawks games recently? It has been great. I believe Ben Pope, he is the purveyor of the attendance streak. I think they're up to 5 or 6 straight home sellouts. So the ticket sales are going well for the Blackhawks. So if you want to get your tickets, go through Game Time. You'll be able to get the best last-minute price drops, lowest prices guaranteed. And the best thing about Game Time is that if you shop around the other ticket sites and you somehow find a price that is cheaper than what Game Time is offering you, you can bring it to Game Time and they will match it, because that is how much they care to make sure that you are getting the best seat, the best ticket on that seat, the best price through Game Time. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code CHGO. You're going to get $20 off of your first purchase. Terms apply. Again. Create an account and redeem code CHGO for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
All right, I'm very distracted. Steven, did you see my Slack?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm very distracted by this because now my alerts are going off. And Mario, I'll let you explain your description of the video we're about to see.
Yeah, so I sat down, I opened up the Twitter app, and I have a tab that's for CHGO content only. And Will Gottlieb, the GOAT, he is covering Bulls games. I think they play tonight. I'm not
Ring of
sure.
Honor. That's why this handsome
so they got
gentleman
They got the Bulls Ring of Honor going on, and there is Luke Longley back in town for the Bulls Ring of Honor. And I immediately thought to myself, that is Greg and Jay morphed together. And
the most amazing human being.
There's no doubt
ever
about
created.
it.
it's crazy.
It's very, very spot on.
It's a great comp. It
Not
really
only
is.
was I like, whoa, Luke Longley, he looks completely different than the last time I saw him, which was 1998. But man, the flowing locks and
He's
the
wearing
beard
Jay's
and the
glasses,
glasses
too.
Yeah.
He's a sexy man. I mean, I didn't think so back in the day, but now that he's morphed into Jason, I think, I'm a big. I got to get myself a Longley jersey. He may have jumped over Noach as my favorite all-time Bull.
There you go.
He is definitely an attractive man.
If I could still grow hair, that would be what I would go for, but I can't.
Well, you guys can just, morph together.
There you go.
We got the morphing
That's
machine.
what we said last night. We're a full-strength Voltron for the first time in a
Yeah.
while. So he looks good. How old is Luke Longley?
I'm
Gotta
gonna
be
say
50s,
if he was if he was playing in the 90s.
I mean, those
54.
championships,
54?
those championships were almost 30 years ago, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Right,
good Lord. That's crazy.
He was a grizzled vet when we got him.
Usually I try to push against this guy looks like Jay, because anytime there's a fat guy with a beard, someone sends me a picture. Hey, Jay, saw you at Burger King. Like, it's not me. You know what, though? I did parlay that once into a Jim Gaffigan radio interview. Is I was at a festival in Homewood, and two attractive young women said, "Are you Jim Gaffigan?" I'm like, Yes, I'm Jim Gaffigan. I'm here at the Homewood Fall Fest. Yes, I'm Jim Gaffigan. Like, you look just like him. So I took a picture and then tweeted at him, and he responded, and I was able to get him on the air at the Score. So that it paid off that time.
Isn't he from the area?
I don't know.
Is he from a suburb?
I'm not sure.
If we only had some sort of tool we could use to find the answer to that question.
Someday.
Jim Gaffigan was, let's see.
Jim Gaffigan.
Elgin. Born in Elgin.
All right.
So
I knew he was somewhere around here.
He's a western. That's not even Elgin's not a suburb. It's too far from the city, right?
I don't know where Elgin is.
Elgin is like halfway between Chicago and Rockford.
Yeah, Elgin's.
That's not a Chicago suburb then.
Yeah.
Any other celebrity lookalikes, guys?
Any other?
Yeah.
I get a lot. I get Chris Farley a lot. I get Jim Gaffigan a lot. I used to be much fatter.
Oh, okay.
I was 3 clicks in college, so that was actually 290. Never got over 3, but I was very, very close because I was in college and I was sad.
Yeah,
that's a bad combo because all you do then is eat.
That'll do it
and drink.
Yeah,
and I used to drink like the lemon shandy stuff, which is also sugar. Woo, big boy.
I used to like those lemon shandies.
I had my celebrity lookalike on the CHGO Bulls show, and I went on camera, and he agreed that I looked like him. It was Zach Gilford from Friday Night Lights.
Oh yeah.
And Mario, you might remember from our old days working together. I used to get called that all the time. Mm-hmm. And that was just the funniest thing. Like, what are the odds he'd be on the show?
That's a good one. Yeah. Hey, that's a nice one.
It's not bad. I don't get too many celebrity lookalikes.
Someone said you look like Nick Foligno's brother the other day in the chat.
All right.
Just shave your head.
Nah, not yet. Wait. I want to keep what I have for as long as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
hockey.
What do we want to see in this game? Game's over, what are we satisfied with?
Don't embarrass yourself.
Is that it? Is that the line tonight?
That's the line. That's the line the rest of the season until Bedard comes back.
If they can replicate what they've done in the last 2 games against Calgary and Edmonton, if they have that kind of effort where they're in the game, they're playing structurally well, that would be great. Win or loss, I don't care. Play that way. That's what I want to see continue.
Well, it's funny because the mood around the locker room yesterday, and I feel like lately, because they've been playing better, even though they're not stacking wins by any means, they just are being embarrassed less frequently. Yeah. The mood's been better. Like, despite the outcomes, we were walking out of the United Center talking to Foligno the other day, Greg and I, and he's like, this is how we got to play. This is like, if we play like this every night, we're going to be in a lot of games. And I saw, I'm not sure if it was Dom Lucian or somebody else posted like a strength of schedule for the remainder of the year, and the Hawks are among the easiest remaining schedules.
Yeah, top 5 easiest left.
Played almost we haven't played the Sharks yet.
Started with like 8 cup contenders in the first 8 games, basically.
It's our 3rd game against the Jets already.
Yeah,
second half will be easier because we haven't played any of those California teams.
Haven't played San Jose. Yeah,
the Sharks Tuesday night. The Celebrini Bowl.
Yeah,
can't wait for that. Who we playing Saturday? Dallas, another cup contender.
I know. It's just, it never ends. And by the way, did you see poor Jesper Wallstedt last night?
Yeah, he got
humiliated. Yeah,
7 goals.
It's tough.
And I heard on
he's a bum. He's a bust.
I heard on What Chaos too that like his dad got on a plane at like 2 a.m., flew over, had like customs delays, got there just in time for the game. His mom couldn't make it. And then, just to see her son. That sucks.
Shellacked.
That's tough. Yeah, I mean, you don't always get the fairy tale, Disney story in your NHL debut. Well, sometimes you get.
How about like 4 goals?
A lot of that. I mean, I had the game on when I was doing my trivia night, and like a lot of those goals, you can't. There wasn't much help.
No,
from him.
No, there's not.
Like it was scoreless at one point in towards the end of the first period, but the shots were like 16-4 Dallas.
Yeah.
Like eventually you're just like, all right, I can't do this.
It's the percentage.
Hey, look at that. The Wild are bad again. I know they got some injuries, but The John Hines bump is long gone. They're
Yeah.
back to being a bad team, so maybe they'll fire him so they can get back in the playoff race.
Keep it going.
I mean, I know
Just
Kaprizov's
keep firing
out, and that's
people.
huge, but, you know.
Keep firing.
So how
assholes.
do you give up 7 goals with the world's greatest defenseman, Brock Faber, on your team?
I
How does that happen?
His plus minus.
What was
must
his
be
plus
crashing.
minus last
Yeah,
night?
how many minutes did he play? That's what's important.
I don't want to dislike Brock Faber.
I don't like Brock Faber. I'm fine with Brock Faber.
I don't dislike Brock
He is
Faber. He's a
playing well, but
really good player.
Now,
I
Bill
dislike,
Guerin's human burner account, that's another story.
I dislike the illusion that he's been better than Connor Bedard.
No rookie
He's
has.
not.
Any argument would say, okay, so
Watch,
if the
Bedard's-
Hawks called you, you wouldn't make that trade, huh?
Bedard's
still
gonna
gonna win the
miss.
Calder.
He's gonna miss 6 weeks, come back, and still lead all rookies in every major category.
He's going to play 65
Except plus
games
minus,
this year
which
and
apparently
still
matters.
win the Calder.
Yeah,
Brock Faber had an assist and was -2 in 21-11.
bum.
Only
He sucks.
21-11? Chump.
What a loser. All right, let's get our Who's Your Hawk picks in.
Yes, let's put
and then
3
we will,
random
wrap
names
up the
on the
show.
screen.
And by the way, very fun that the chat is sharing their own Who's Your Hawks or catching on to the bit
Yeah,
halfway through the
I like
season
it.
here. So thank you for that. I had the last pick because I won last game.
Mm-hmm.
So who had first honor? Was it you, Mario? who had
Mario.
first pick?
I think I did.
For one of the very few times this year,
Yeah.
Mario
Well, I think
got
I just
this
picked it
pick.
because I was the one.
No, you were you were first. Yeah.
Am I first?
Yeah.
Because
Loser.
because
I won.
because
He
it
won
goes
last game. I won
winner
Sunday. It's whoever.
is a most recent win.
It's
Who didn't win
who-
is
it's the
picked
lo-
second.
Yeah, it's who's ever the longest losing streak picks first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You've gone 2 games without a.
That's true.
That's the longest
Well-
probably all year.
Speaking of Minnesota, I went with Minnesota boy Rem Pitlick. These are incorrect.
These
This
are
is the
not-
wrong
those
Who's
are
Your
not
Hawk.
the right graph.
Connor Bedard is not
Son of a-
available.
Can I still take Bedard?
He still might lead this team in. Nope,
Those
that's
are the
not it.
lines.
All right.
Oh, we're close. But I took
there.
Rem Pitlick
We had a good
because
run.
he is playing on the top line. I like the way that he played in his first game with the team.
That's still not it.
That's not it,
Nobody
buddy.
sees this, guys.
We see it.
Go to our Twitter. It's on CHGO underscore
I'm getting this up.
Blackhawks.
It's
It is there. Yeah, I like Rem Pitlick. I like the way that he plays. He's an energy guy. Radish and Kurashev and Pitlick. It's throw him out there, see what happens. See if the first game with the second game with his new team, he's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more familiar. See if it pays off.
Seeing Rem Pitlick in the locker room the last couple of days, he reminds me of like a bass player from like a late 90s, early 2000s
Sure.
alternative band.
Yeah,
I
he
can't
does
think of
have
which
that.
one, but he would definitely be like on a CD cover somewhere.
By the way, Rem. Canadian name. Don't hear a lot of Rems
It's a
in the
Canadian
States.
name.
He's
From Minnesota.
I believe
Well, that's basically
I believe
Canada.
he's from Ottawa originally though, or is he from Minnesota?
Is Rem short for something? Remington?
Remington Pitlick.
I'm
That sounds way more cool.
That's awesome.
I'm fairly certain he's from Minnesota.
There's
Yeah,
Rem
he
Murray.
is. I think he's from Roseland, Minnesota.
Rem Murray, who is a former NHL player. That's what Luke actually called
Right.
Rem Pitlick, Rem Murray the other day.
Because there's more than one Pitlick out there. There's a Tyler Pitlick.
And wasn't there a...
Oh no, he is. You're right. He's from.
Ottawa?
He's from Ottawa.
He's Ottawa. Yeah, they are Canadian. Yeah, I think I couldn't remember if he was the
Yeah,
Ottawa.
Lance Pitlick was a player too for the Senators and others.
Yes, Rem.
It's a terrible last name. But what is Rem short for?
I hope it's Remington. That
It's
sounds so
elite
cool.
prospects, which they usually have if anything is
Remillard,
short for
maybe?
anything.
Remillard.
It just says Rem
Sounds
Pitlick.
like something you put on your toast. I'll have
Rem Pitlick. His
Just
brother
Rem.
Rhett Pitlick
Rhett.
plays
Rhett and Rem.
plays
Oh,
at Minnesota.
Lance Pitlick is his father.
Lance Pitlick
makes sense.
is his father.
this.
All right, well...
Anywho, I'm
good
taking
pick, Mario.
I'm taking Taylor Radish. Why?
His brother, 4 years younger than him, born in Coral Springs, Florida.
Must have been when Lance was playing in the Florida Panthers.
Maybe it's a side piece.
Let's see, Lance Pitlick.
Long milk delivery.
Lance Pitlick was born in New Hope, Minnesota. His father
Okay,
played 4 years at Minnesota.
I'm still picking Taylor Radish.
Not Empire Strikes Back, Minnesota? Come on. New Hope. Empire
Lance
Strikes Back?
Lance Pitlick in the 94-95 season played 15 games with the Ottawa Senators, and then 28 games the next season with the. Oh, he played 4 years with the Ottawa Senators, so that's when Rem was born. And then when he went to Florida for his final 3 seasons of his NHL career, that's when Rhett was born.
There you go.
And that
Congrats.
has been the Pitlick family tree.
Congrats on the.
This is where we are at game 42.
Congrats on the playing of the games and the sex in Ottawa and Florida.
Sure.
Nicely
Way to
done.
go.
Nicely
Hey,
done, Lance.
two shows in a row we've congratulated people on the sex.
Yes.
More to come.
That's what she said. Taylor Radish, the
That's who you
husband,
picked?
not the wife. That's
Yes.
who I'm picking.
Good call.
Because.
Sure.
There
He's
they
there.
are.
He's a
There's the
person.
picks.
There they are.
Yeah.
And I, now that the suspense is over, am taking Colin Blackwell because why overthink it? He's been really good for the Hawks lately, and I don't think I've chosen him yet. So
Sure.
there it is. And we want to congratulate our buddy No Royd, saying he's getting his new puppy tomorrow. His first
Hey.
Frenchie. It's named Kane. Let's
Fun.
hope it goes well. All right.
All right.
Nice.
It's not too late to change it to Remington.
Remington. That is a cool. I don't think
Remington
it is that.
Steel.
We got to ask him. Is
Wasn't
this
that a
short for
TV
anything?
show?
Remington Steel. Isn't
think
that
it's
what
a
they make
porn star.
the
Oh,
shavers
maybe it
out
is.
of?
Maybe you're right.
No, that. Never mind.
It was a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
But I think
that.
it's also
Remington makes the shaver blades, right?
yes.
Beard trimmers?
No, yes.
Remington?
Looks like
Or is it a
Rem is
gun
his real
company?
name.
Remington.
Remington is a gun company. That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
All right.
What am I thinking of?
All right. Well,
Gillette?
I got Colin Blackwell.
We've
I don't
spent
know.
way too much time on the
We've
pit.
named too many companies that don't pay us money.
Exactly. We got stuff.
But you know who
that.
does pay us money?
ComEd.
ComEd. And it's getting easier for your business to switch to electric vehicles. Learn more at comed.com/clean. I promise you, post game will be much more focused and much less slappy.
Don't
Probably.
make promises you can't. I don't know if I'm not promising that.
All right, we'll talk to you after Hawks and Jets. Smash the like button on your way out for us. We'll see you after the game on the CHGO Blackhawks podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.